Hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Shy. I am Shy, the person who has fingertips again, not the adjective. And freaking welcome finally to the sleeve photo cards with me, all Ateez edition. These are all of the Ateez photo cards I have accumulated in just the span of 2 months because I was too busy to deal with them last month, and then somehow it's already the end of this month and we now have to deal with this. So we have a ton of Ateez photo cards to sleeve. Of course, I always sleeve my Ateez photo cards in Dragon Shield, but if they are being double sleeved, I do sleeve in the Prism Platinum Nova, and I am affiliated with them. I am a partner of them. So if you would like to use any of Prism Platinum's products, my code works on the US, Australian, and European Prism Platinum website, and the code is SHY10 to save 10%. And with all of that being said, let's finally get into it. Okay, so in my attempt to keep this incredibly large pile piles somewhat organized, I have split them into like different segments of how they need to go in my binder. So this should be all of this is not gonna work, oh my gosh. This should be all of the OT8 cards that like POBs that I need to store, whether Japanese or otherwise. So yeah, we're gonna have to sleeve in sections, otherwise it would be absolute chaos. And I know once all of these cards are sleeved, I'm not going to be able to put them back where I got them from. So I do have my treasure chest over here just out of frame, so I can put the cards in their stacks organized in there. And honestly, I think all of this is going to be more than even the treasure chest can handle this time. Like, oh no. In 2 months? How? But yeah, I have just been so busy. I was busy last month with Ateez, the first round of Ateez. Now we have Ateez in Ice City, which I am hosting for, but like significantly less. I think MyGo has like 300 or so items this time, which is so much better than over 1,000. Especially because like some of those 1,000 items like had multiple items within them, like the trading card packs. It's like, well, the trading card pack is 1 item, but technically 3 because I have to keep track of all 3 cards that come in there. And like, it was insane. It was insane. But yeah, so I have Ateez on Ice stuff coming. I have their silver foil photo card packs coming for no reason. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with that. I thought it was going to be like Photocard size photo card, but they recently, well, not recently, but like after the pre-orders had went up and everything like that, and apparently they sold out super fast and then they restocked and such and so forth. They like did, oh my god, this is so many cards. They did it like an Instagram reel or story or whatever it's called, where like each of the members was holding their silver foil card thingy, and like it's huge. It's huge. I don't know why they're calling them photo cards, but like they are not any photo card side. If anything, they're like postcard, like a small postcard, mini poster size. Like they are not photo card size, because I had planned to like double sleeve it and like put it in my Hongjun special binder, but no, it's not gonna fit. So like that's a full-blown display item with which I'm going to need to like make space to actually display to get my money's worth. I don't even know why they did this. Like, why would you even do this, Ateez? Why? Just why? I have like sleeve dysmorphia now. That was random. But all sleeves feel thin to me because of the Nova sleeves. Like these Dragon Shields feel so thin and flimsy now to me. And I'm like, the dragon shields have not changed. Like, they're the same. But they feel so flimsy now after using the Nova sleeve and re-sleeving my whole Hongjun broadcast collection in that. Like, oh my gosh. So just fun fact. But yeah, so I was busy with Ateez last month, and then this month, as of the time of me filming this, I have like 8 days until my last part of my certification exam. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about it just because the scope is so large on this one. Like, the first exam I took had, I think, 8 chapters, which it covered. And then part 2 had like 12 or 16 chapters that it covered. This covers 22 chapters worth of material. And it's not like, oh, just this little, like, no, it's like massive hunks of information. And I'm just like trying not to, I don't know, give up hope of passing. Like, because recently my intrusive thoughts are like, you're gonna fail. And I'm like, no, you can't think that. We have to stay positive. But then, like, it's really hard when I am taking my mock exams and showing little to no improvement. So I took my second mock exam today. My first mock exam, I got a 68. And I was like, you know what? That's actually pretty good. Because I was honestly expecting something in like the 50% range, because I have been studying these topics for over 6 months. So I was expecting for the like latter half of stuff for me to remember decently well, and basically to not remember most of the first half of stuff. Like, that's just what I was expecting. But I got a 68. And so I was like, okay, well, like, we can improve from here, because you need an 85% to pass. Like, you can't just be passing with a 70 in this exam. No, you didn't need to know 85% of the material for them to give you the certification to pass. So I was like, okay, like, we just need to learn basically like 15% more material. So I've been studying and such, and going over the places that they said I needed to improve upon, like my critical areas, as they call them. And I took my second mock exam today. Do you want to guess? Do you want to guess what today's mock exam score is? It's not good. It was a 69. I improved 1%, which is literally one question, because the exam is over 100 questions from those 20 something topics. So I improved by 1 question, and I'm like, okay, at this rate, I'm not gonna improve enough by my exam date. If like I'm doing all of this and like I'm just not gonna improve fast enough. So that was really disheartening. And I'm trying to like still stay positive and be like, you have time, you can do this and whatever. But like, that was, yeah, I basically did the same. Like, that 1 question could have been up to like random chance. But yeah, so I'm trying my best to just be like, okay, you know, we still have time to improve and like actually do that. But it's just like, when there's that much material, it just feels overwhelming to like know what you need to go over, because it does technically tell me like, okay, you missed questions in this chapter and this chapter and whatever. Out of the like, again, 23 chapters, I missed stuff out of 16 of the chapters. And it was like, okay, so you just need to redo these 16 chapters. And I was like, so most of it. So just redo all of it, really. Like, at that point, like, I don't have that kind of time. And so I don't know. I just feel a little bit overwhelmed about like what I should do and what I should focus on. And it's like stressing me out a little bit. So that's why I decided to take a bit of a break and come sleeve my photo cards so that I can store them. I won't be storing these until after my exam. I'm sorry. Like, I just, like, I might film storing them in clips just because this will be so much. Like, this will be so ungodly much. But, but as far as, like, editing it and posting it, I don't think I'll get to that until after my exam. But I don't think anybody's really gonna mind or anything like that. I'm trying to like stay positive and just believe in myself, but them numbers don't lie. Them numbers say that like I will fail. So I'm just like, okay, what can I do? So I just need my brain to calm down, because y'all know I get panicky. I get panicky and then I can't think of anything. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to let my brain spiral, and I'm trying to calm down and be like, okay, what can I feasibly do to give myself the best chance of passing? I love how I only brought 2 backup boxes of Dragon Shields when we will 100% need 3. Like, cause that was half a Dragon Shield box and we're not even halfway through this stack. So we're 100% at least gonna need 3. We might be going into the 4. But in other news, besides my exam, okay, sleeves, y'all just do whatever. But yeah, besides my exam, which is coming up rapidly, I'm also returning to work like right before my exam. So that's gonna be fun. Luckily, like the first week or 2 of my job is always just like retraining and going over tax laws that have changed and things, which is all self-paced and like fully paid and things like that. So, and it's usually not too hard for me, especially because I study during the off season. So like I know the new tax laws and things. Well, I know 69% of the new tax laws and things. Not gonna let it go. So like it's not as much of a struggle for me to like learn all of the like new information. Most of it is stuff I already know. So I basically just clock my hours, watch the little videos, and you know, do whatever. So it's not like a huge burden like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have time because I have to go back to work or anything like that. No, it's actually really, really chill. Like if I honestly wanted to, I could not do anything until after my test and then just clock all of my hours after that. I love my job. It's very flexible like that. But I probably won't, just because I'll have to have like a lot of meetings, and then I'll have to explain to my manager what it is I'm doing and why. And she's just, let me preface this before I say what I'm gonna say. I love my boss. I love my boss. She is so wonderful. She really is encouraging, and she does her best to help in everything, like during tax season, even during off season. Like truly, I love my boss. She is a wonderful boss. She used her bonus from last tax season to go to Paris, and so she like sent me pictures of like her in Paris and stuff. Like love my boss. I really do. She's great. That being said, I don't know. I kind of don't want to disappoint her if I do fail, you know, because if I tell her like when the exam is, like, she will just like, I don't know, do too much. It sounds weird. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't really, besides you guys who knows, like, I'm going to have to tell y'all if I fail, but like, I won't have to see your disappointed eyes. Whereas I would literally have to FaceTime her, and then she would be like, okay, well, you know, let's get a hold of this situation. When do you want to reschedule your exam for? I'll help you study. Like, I'm just not a person who can handle all of that. I like to do things on my own in my own time. And I will, like, if I do fail, I would need time to like process my feelings and not necessarily think about, okay, well, we have to get back on that horse, even though I will. Like, that's an inevitability. I can't just be like, well, I have no credentials. Like, I'm gonna have to do it until I pass. But damn, that exam fee. That exam fee. I just don't want to waste $300 that I could have spent on Hongjun. That's the largest part of why I don't want to fail, which is sad. That is a sad fact, is that the majority of the reason I don't want to fail is because I could have spent that $300 on Hongjun. But it is. So, but yeah, because yeah, they make you wait, I think 2 weeks after failing, and then you can take the test again. So it's not even that like it would cause like a huge delay in like my career or anything like that. But yeah, I don't want to pay that $300 again, and I don't want to waste the $300 that I've already paid. So like we gotta do this. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So although I do love my boss, I just don't even want to tell her that like I'm taking this. So that's why I will probably still clock my hours and pretend like nothing's happening and just not even bring up the test unless I pass, or I guess until I pass. And yeah, go from there. But she is a wonderful boss, and I am really excited and like looking forward to going back to work, because I'm ready to be rich again. Not rich, really. But I want my disposable income back to the levels that I want it to be. I have disposable income year round, so like never think that I'm going into debt for K-pop or anything like that, even during off season. I budget my money really well, and I am a 2-income household, but yeah, I have so much more disposable income when it's not off season and I'm working full time, and I have bonuses and perks and things because they like pay for my internet bill. My job does when I'm working. So many job perks. I love job perks. Bring back job perks. I feel like a lot of jobs don't have like that many perks anymore. Why? Bring back job perks. Like, yes, I come here for a paycheck, but I also want perks. Perks will make me stay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. If any of you were here during the last tax season, and I talked about the gift card dilemma, where basically, to catch you up if you don't remember or you weren't here, my job gives me a lot of gift cards based on like performance, and I have learned the system well enough to where my employee stats are always really, really high. And so I have really, really high chances of winning these like gift card draws and things that they do at work. So last season, I won an immense amount, like 4 to 5 times more than I usually do. I think even after the last time I had talked about it, I won some more after that. And it got to the point where I just like didn't know what to even do with it. I was just like, I don't need anything, and I don't like spending money on frivolous things for no reason. Like, I like all of my purchases to have a purpose. Otherwise, I would rather just save the money. So I did end up buying something that I had really wanted, but I wouldn't have bought for myself if I had to use my own money, basically. Which was the pastel pink Nintendo Switch controllers that came out earlier this year or something like that. Yeah, earlier this year. So yeah, I ended up spending a bunch of money on that and like a video game, Princess Peach Showtime, which I love that game. I love that game. It's never not cute. I love it. So I ended up spending a bunch of money on those, which I wouldn't have spent money on otherwise. And I just couldn't figure out what to do with the rest, because I didn't want to just buy things for the sake of buying things. I feel like that's not a good way to use your resources. But like, also I do have to cash out my gift cards, or you know, they'll be forfeit. So like, I do have to pick something. So update on that. What I decided to do was cash it out as Amazon gift cards. Why? Well, I mean, technically because like I could use it to buy like household things like soap and toilet paper and I don't know, trash bags, household stuff that like I would not like to spend money on, but are necessary for living. But that's not why I did it. So there is something that I have been wanting forever, but again, it is just not something that I would ever spend my own precious hard-earned money on. And that is a printer, not just any printer, because I have a regular printer for like printing documents, and I also have a label printer because as a GOM, that's a need. That's a need. Oh my God, if I had to cut out and tape or glue all of the labels that I print in a calendar year, I would go bat freaking insane. Like, oh my God, no. So no, label printer, 100%. So no, I really want a really, really nice photo printer, specifically because I make a lot of like binder fillers and such for my Ateez collection and things. So like the amount of money I spend in a year on just printing fillers for Ateez and things is in the hundreds. In fact, I calculated it and it was like $187 on average, because I've been printing fillers for Ateez for almost as long as I have been collecting them. And like I've always printed at 2 very specific stores, so I could just go log into my account and like see how much I've spent in a calendar year. And yeah, the average was $187 a year spent printing stuff for Ateez. And I was like, if I had my own printer, those costs would be less. So that's why I haven't been getting my fillers printed recently. If anybody has noticed that I haven't really been doing that. It's not because I've lost interest in it or that I'm not designing them. I am. I just really want to print them myself. And so I decided to put all of the remaining gift cards that I didn't spend on GameStop on or cashed them out to Amazon on that, because Amazon is selling the printer. That printer is $500 plus tax. So like quite a lot of money, like $550 or so. And I currently have half of that saved up in gift cards from what I didn't spend at GameStop. Had I not bought the GameStop stuff, I would have like 75% of that, but it's all fine. It's all fine. So another reason why I'm really looking forward to going back to work is that I will be eligible to win more gift card money, because like they just give you money and then you can pick whatever gift card. Like the money can only be spent in the gift card store that my job has. So yeah, I'm looking forward to possibly winning more gift card money to get Amazon gift cards for free to then buy my printer. I'm also hoping that my printer will go on sale for like Christmas or Black Friday or something and be not $500, because that would just be super. If it could just be not $500. But yeah, it's just a completely specced out printer that I really want. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Okay, that's a future problem for after I even can get the printer. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I really want that printer. And I like having things like that to work towards. I find it very motivating. Like, oh, if I deal with this person, I can get closer to my printer. Because although I do like helping people. That's why I got into tax accounting, is because I genuinely do love helping people and bettering their lives. And that is exactly why I didn't go into banking and investment accounting, which I was, but I was like, because it's more money. But I was just like, this is a system to take advantage of people. Sorry to say, but banks do not have your best interest at heart. And I was like, I don't really want to be a part of that. It kind of makes me feel icky, even though I know that's just like the way the world goes. Like, I know that's just business in general. but it still made me feel icky. And if you don't know, there's like a lot of laws and things surrounding what can and can't be done as far as tax accounting, not just within like, oh, well, tax law is this, but like also what tax preparers can charge. And like, there's just all kinds of things to make sure that people cannot be scammed. There's a lot of transparency in it, and there's a lot of accountability in it. And those are things that I like, because that's how I run my goes. We're going to be transparent and we're not going to scam people. Like, and sometimes it's just too much to ask for some of these bigger banks and businesses, but that is not my tea to spill. So yeah, I do love my job, but some people are just so intent on committing tax fraud, even though I'm like, that's tax fraud. I shouldn't have to say the sentence, that's tax fraud, as much as I do. Like, I feel like people should know. And I feel like they kind of do know, but they want me to endorse their plan, and it makes them feel better about it. But like, I'm not going to do that because I want you to not go to jail. Like, let's maybe not do tax fraud. But at the end of the day, if you want to commit tax fraud, like I always say, you can. You do you. I'm here to advise against it. I'm not here to stop you. So, you know, do it at your own risk, but don't say, well, Shy said. Like, no, Shy said that's tax fraud, and you said, well, how will they know? Like, some people really act like the IRS is not gonna know when they know. Sometimes they just deadass don't care, but they know. they know. So like, if you want to take that chance, that's on you, but don't say that I didn't tell you. So yeah, some people just are really challenging. There was one guy last season who was like, okay, like he got on the phone. He was like, okay, if you don't help me, I'm going to be homeless, and it's going to be your fault that my children don't eat. And I'm like, no, it is not. No, it is not. What you're not going to do is put that on me, Ricky Bobby. No. Like, I will do my best to help you, but at the end of the day, no, it's not. And like, why he was saying that, like, not to put his whole business out there, but he really put that on me, was like, my job, my tax company, at the beginning of each tax season, they will do free, basically, tax loans. So when you file your return with us, you have the option to just get your money now. Like, if you're getting a refund and you want your money now, they're like, you ain't even gotta call JG Wentworth. Like, we'll have the money in your account as soon as your return is accepted by the IRS and being processed. So, because normally it takes maybe some people with like no credits and things, it'll take like maybe a week or so to like get their refund. And then other people who do have certain credits and things, there's like mandatory holding periods and such and so forth. So it can take months. And so some people don't like to wait. They're impatient. So yeah, you can go ahead and you can take advantage of the loan. However, if you go ahead and file your return and you were like, no, I don't want the loan, there's no way for us to go back. We can't then give you the loan based on your estimated refund because it's already set to go into your account. Basically, we'll never be paid back for the loan. And once it's accepted by the IRS, it cannot be changed. That's just what it is. So if you say no to that loan, that's it. You can't go back and change it. So basically, the guy filed his return, got the loan option, and said no to the loan, and then decided, oh crap, no, I should have said yes to that loan because my car's broken and I can't go to work unless I fix it, and I don't have the money to fix it. And I'm like, you should have thought about that. Like, how are you going to try and sit up here and put that on me when you said no to the loan? We offered you the loan and you said no to the loan. And so, like, I told him, I was like, yeah, once it's accepted by the IRS, which I went ahead and checked his return and it was accepted, meaning that the money will come to you eventually. Could be a month, could be 8 months. I've seen it take that long. Like, oof, oof. And it's hard. It's hard when you know you have money coming, but like it hasn't hit your account. Like some people get real testy about that. And it's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do about that, sir. We offered you the loan and you said no. You can't take it back now. No take backsies. So yeah, that was the situation with that. Some people, like, I don't know the algorithm on this, but some people don't even get offered the loan. And then there's also a cap on the number of loans that they will even give out. So once that cap has been reached, if you like didn't have your documents and couldn't file before that cap was reached, you won't be offered a loan. Even if you had gone through and like stopped before filing and you had the loan option and then you had to wait for a document and then you went back thinking you were going to get the loan option and then it's not there, people get super mad about that. Super mad. They were like, no, I had the loan option. I'm eligible. And I was like, then it probably hit the cap and it's not being offered to anybody anymore. Cause you know, we have to give that money to people. So we can't give out more money than what we have. And we also have to mitigate risk because sometimes people file, let's call it less than accurate, less than accurate returns. And like, so then like we loan them the full amount of what they were supposed to receive, but then the IRS adjusts their return and they were supposed to get back less. So then we just have to count on them to pay in basically what they owe, and they never do. They hardly ever do. So yeah, it is, it's a risky business, but you know, tax competition is really fierce because like people are like, oh, I can file here for free and I can file this, that, and the other. And so like, it really, because there's so many laws based on what you can charge and who and where and when and why and whatever, there's just a lot of competition in the tax industry and trying to like get people in the door. So to try to get, you know, more people to sign up with your company, you have to provide benefits. And so like, yeah, these loans are one of them because the loans are given out like for free. Like there's not like any interest or, you know, like a normal loan would be. So if you know that your return is accurate and that, you know, everything like that, that's a really, really great option. You get your money now, your taxes are filed, and you can go on about your merry way. And you don't have to sit there and wait on the IRS to pay you money because you've already got it. Like it really is a great option and it attracts a lot of people because a lot of smaller companies don't have the capital to front people like that. But yeah, so, but it does have, you know, some risk in it because the returns are still self-prepared, which is why they can't come back and be like, well, Shy said, and like, well, this return is self-prepared. So it doesn't matter what Shy said because it's still on you. I could tell you to commit tax fraud. I wouldn't, but I could tell you to commit tax fraud and it still wouldn't come back on me. So, you know, there's that. Okay, we've gone through 1.5 dragon shield boxes and we're still not even done with this first stack. I'm a little bit scared now. Look how big this is when it's sleeved. Oh no. We're gonna need way more I don't know how I thought I was possibly gonna get away with 2.5 boxes. This is insane. Okay, I'm gonna finish sleeving these and then go get 3 more boxes of Dragon Shield. I don't even know how many I have left. I buy them in a case, but like, I don't know if I have enough for this even, but we'll see. Let me finish sleeving these and then I'm gonna go grab 3 more boxes and we'll see how far that gets us. Oh no, so this is, after sleeving them, this is all of just my OT8 sets of POBs. I have so many more cards to do. I went and I thought I had more because like I buy dragon sleeves by the case. So this is my dragon shield sleeves case. I only have 3 more. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do y'all really think I've exceeded 550 cards? Oh God. Now I'm a little scared. It's gonna delay this video a lot if I need to order another case of dragon shields because first of all, they might be out of stock and then I'll have to buy an overpriced pack from somewhere else. It's gonna be so much. Oh no. Update, I lied. I very much have more than 550 Ateez cards. I'm completely out of sleeves. These are all sleeved, and this is what, there's 1 card that's sleeved in here, and then the whole rest need to be sleeved. So yeah, I'm gonna have to order more sleeves to finish this video. That's fun. So in the meantime, I guess how many cards I have. I have been keeping track of exactly how many sleeves I've used. So yeah, go ahead and guess in the comments how many Ateez cards that I do have total. If you are right, I will let you pick any card that I have posted on my Instagram at Just Shy Trades, and I will just send it to you for free if you're able to guess how many cards I have total for Ateez currently. Just these ones. Everything's in the frame. Guess. I want to see if anybody gets it right. I'm a math girly. But yeah, so I'm gonna order more sleeves and then we'll keep doing this. Okay, we're back. We did it. So it has been 2 days and I have ordered sleeves from Amazon because I wanted to finish this video in a timely manner. Although it's probably already just well overdue, but you know, we do what we can. So yes, we now have sleeves and we can resume this sleeve photo cards with me video. I have never run out of sleeves before in a sleeve photo cards with me video. And I've had a lot of photo cards, but I just have never gone through so many dragon shields all at one time. But anyway, so new news, new day, new news. So I have taken my 3rd mock exam now after getting a 68 and then a 69. So I have now scored a 78, which is still not what I need to score. That's still not ideal. But like that's a major improvement. I kind of just set my sights on improving by like 3 questions a day or so. So I was hoping to get 6 more right than I did the last time, which would have put me at a 75 for the 2 days that I studied. So I exceeded that by 3 extra questions. I love that for me. So that was really exciting and motivating for me. There's so much air in these. So much air. So yeah, that was really exciting and motivating for me. I still have a lot to do and cram, but like, I'm glad that like I'm making decent progress. But yeah, so my test is on Monday, August 5th, because I don't know when I'm going to post this, so I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be passed already or if it's going to be like a couple days before. I'm going to try to get this up for you guys today. Maybe not today. It's already 1 p.m. Amazon took a long time. So maybe not today, but like at least by tomorrow. But yeah. So, but then people watch things in the future. So like, hey, if you're watching this and there's like snow on the ground, hey, girl, you super late. That's fine though. But so yeah, I'm gonna try to get this up by tomorrow by the latest. I don't know, y'all might get like a 10 p.m. video on a Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I'm just real excited that I'm making progress, and it seems like I'm not studying for naught. I have been focusing on just like my most weak areas, my most critical areas, and trying to just improve those, because that's what's going to give me the largest improvement gains, instead of focusing on things that I already know decent and can only make, you know, very little improvement on. You know, I can go from 0 to 50, but going from 75 to 100, it's a little less worthwhile. So, yeah, that's my strategy. But I'm real excited. I might be able to pass. We might be able to pull this thing off. In other news, I also heard that Vivi's is gonna be making a comeback in September. And I'm so super duper excited. It's gonna be my first full comeback with them, because like I kind of discovered them in the middle of their last promotion. Like I wasn't there from the very beginning, and I was kind of like in the middle, and I didn't really know like how much I was gonna love them. So like I didn't, but yeah. So I'm really excited to be able to like pre-order for them and everything. It's gonna be so fun. I don't know how much I'm gonna do for them. We'll have to see the concepts, if it's another mini, if it's gonna be a single, like we'll have to see and like adjust. But like I'm excited to do something for them. Because yeah, I also like, I don't know, I just have not been preparing for the VV's concert like I needed to be. Like I bought the tickets, and like I had an idea of what I wanted to like wear and things like that, but like I haven't really been like preparing for it, because like the concert is the day after my exam. So my exam is on Monday, and then the concert is on Tuesday. So like of the two things, there was one that I needed to be preparing for a little bit more. So I just don't feel like I like had been preparing for the VV's concert. And then like one of my mutuals who's really into VV's messaged me, and she's like, "What are you gonna get signed?" And I was like, what? I'm sorry, what? And she's like, "Yeah, the fan sign, like you can get like an album or something signed." She's like, "I got my Photocards signed." And I was like, what? That is a thing? And so literally in the dead of night, I went on a hunt trying to find the perfect VV's cards to get signed at the fan sign. And like I wanted something pink, of course, but it was so difficult because I didn't really know, and like I didn't have time to really get anything from anywhere outside of the US basically, and there just really isn't a lot in the US. So I was just kind of like panicking, and I was like, I mean, I guess, you know, I could just take my album and get that signed, but I really wanted to do a signed photo card. But like I didn't want it to be a regular photo card. I mean, it is regular, but like I didn't want it to just be just like any old random photo card. Like I wanted something that every time I look at it, I'm like, wow, what an incredible photo card, and what an incredible signature, and what an incredible time. You know, I just wanted it to be incredible. So like I was like, maybe I was like okay with the Shin B cards that I had, but I didn't really have anything super good for Unha and Umje. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I started like frantically looking for photo cards online and seeing like how fast I could get them shipped, because like I was at like, I think 2 weeks away is when I started looking, which is like not enough time. I should have been looking like a month, maybe 2 months for like the perfect photo card, because I think I could have found the one that I really, really wanted. They have bunny photo cards. They have pink bunny photo cards. I still want them, and like it's gonna be like my life's mission to find those photo cards, which it might take my full life, just to be real honest. But yeah, I would have definitely hunted down those photo cards had I known that they existed and knew that like I could get photo cards signed, because I don't go to concerts. Y'all know me. I'm sickly and antisocial. I don't do anything or go anywhere. So I just had no idea that we were even going to be able to get anything signed. Like, I was just grateful to be able to meet them and shake their hand. So like, I just was totally unprepared. But yeah, so I did end up finding a US seller who had the photo cards that I wanted that were album cards. I think they are so gorgeous. It is from their last album, and like, they all have this really pretty cute face chain on in the photos, and I think the photos are so immaculate. So immaculate. I would show you, but I can't get up right now. But I will definitely be making a Vivi's video of like me going to the concert and me getting ready and everything like that. Just a little vlog. Probably not anything super long, but I want to remember this time, since I don't think I'm going to be able to go to many concerts in my life. Because again, I'm sickly and antisocial. So I definitely want to vlog it for myself, and you know, if you want to watch, you certainly can. But yeah, I'll definitely show off the photo cards that I'm going to get signed. I don't think I'll be able to like film the actual fan sign. They probably will have like a no camera, whatever, but I will film as much of it as I possibly can, and then, you know, enjoy myself there, scream my face off for Shinbi, and yeah, have a complete K-pop meltdown. But what I learned when I was looking for the perfect cards, first of all, there's no way on this earth that I will be able to collect OT3. There's just not unless like I want to not collect other people. Their album photo cards are so insanely expensive and hard to find. And like, I kind of knew it a little bit, which is why like I did buy some Shinbi stuff, and then like when I saw what I was going to be working with, I kind of got demotivated. Not enough to not want to collect her, but definitely enough to put me off collecting OT3. And so I was just like, I'm a person who has to like ruminate on things, you know. I just have to let it sit, let it settle, see how I'm feeling, look at it every once in a while. And yeah, definitely this experience, like I bought I want to say 6 photo cards, because I bought OT3 for that one set, and then they had a couple other Shinbi cards for sale, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll just go ahead and buy those while I'm here. It was $65 for 6 album cards. $65. And like, I had no options, because they were the only person in the US selling it. And even beyond that, I went to just go look at the prices on Neokyo for the set that I wanted. The Unha card that I wanted was being sold for $22. Album cards. I'm like, no, I just, no, I'm not signing myself up for this. I signed myself up for so many terrible, tragic things. I'm not doing this. Like, I will do it for Shinbi. I love her so much, and I want to support VVs, but like, I'm not doing it for all 3 of them. I cannot. I have a Kim Hong-joon to support. Like, no. Psychers is gonna come back, and I think Jung-hoon's gonna be back. Like, I'm not even. So yeah, I think I am pretty settled on not collecting OT3 for VVs. At least back collecting them going forward. Like I said, they're supposed to have a comeback in September, and I will be pre-ordering some albums. I don't know how many, but if I get enough to collect OT3, I would like to do that. At the very least, I will probably keep my pools, mostly because I don't even know nobody that I could even possibly trade with, even if I wanted to. So, you know, there's that. So yeah, but like, they've also been having an insane number of photo cards for their comebacks ever since Beam of Prism. Kind of got off easy with Beam of Prism, and then ever since then it was like an absolute explosion. So yeah, I don't know if I can be out here doing all that, especially because like during their last comeback they were really only giving 1 photo card, and I was like, Y'all have 11,000 photo cards to collect, and y'all are out here giving one. No, ma'am. Like, if we're going to be stingy, like, no. I'm not buying 67 albums to collect 3 members of a group. Like, that just, it's too much. It's too much. It's doing too much. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty set on just collecting Shinbi and possibly keeping pools for the other 2 girlies who I do love. But, like, yeah, no, too much. Just too much. I think that's what I want to do going forward. But yeah, I'm really excited to like get some pobs for Shinbi, because like their pobs are either super duper expensive and hard to find or dirt cheap. There's no in between. It's like this pob is $4 or this pob is $50. Nothing in between. And I'm like, this is insanity. Like, what is even going on here? So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, but I am really excited for it nevertheless. Speaking of insane things that I've done, y'all, I hosted a Stray Kids Go for no reason. I mean, for a reason, but for no reason. No real tangible reason. Like, not a reason that is good enough for me to host a whole go for Stray Kids. It was the most random thing, but let me tell you how I got there. So I do like Stray Kids, not enough to collect them on camera, but I do kind of collect them. I kind of just keep pools or collect certain things that I find really, really cute, because Stray Kids and Ateez are friends, and I absolutely loved them together in Kingdom. That's kind of where I fell in love with Stray Kids. So yeah, that duet, I mean, I know that other dude was there. Sorry, I'm not really a fan of B2B. Sorry. Sorry. I know that other dude was there, but really it was a duet between Jong-oh and Seungmin. So beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, Seungmin. Absolutely fell in love with that boy. And then I've always loved Changbin. And thus by extension, I have always really loved Felix. So when I fell in love with Seungmin as well, I was like, okay, well, now we have a bias line. I love to collect in threes. Like, I think it's so perfect. So yeah, I kind of picked up Stray Kids after that. I thought about like oh God, no. I thought about going back and like collecting them from the beginning, but then I figured out, no, I would not like to do that. So I have like maybe 3 of their older cards, and I think it's all for Changbin because he was my main bias. And then I gave up. I gave up after 3 cards. I tried so hard. Look at it. But yeah, so I've always just kind of collected a little bit each era for those 3. And like the rest of Stray Kids are cool, but I'm not like, you know, head over heels for them or anything like that. I mostly just pay attention to my biases and the comebacks and whatever. I will say I did not like at all 5-star or Rockstar. Not at all. Were not for me. And so I thought that was going to be like the end of the Stray Kids train for me. I was like, okay, they're going in a direction I don't really love, and I'm not excited for their music anymore. And I really only watch content when they do the weird Stray Kids family stuff. That's my genre of content. Let's make a fake family for no reason and make it chaotic. Like, yes. Other than that, I don't really even watch Stray Kids content. So I was like, this might be it for Stray Kids for me. We might be going different ways, and I'll just keep what I have, but, not collect them any further. But no, turns out I love this comeback. I love it so much. And I think it's because it reminds me a lot of Ateez, of course. Like Twilight, come on now. As an 18-y, I don't think you are physically capable of disliking Twilight. Like, I just don't think it's possible. So like, they got me with that song. I really, really liked the title track as well. And then like really everything on the album except for Mountain. I've heard a lot of Ste say that they love Mountain. I do not. That's a skip for me, but you know, I'm not a Ste, so makes sense. But overall, I really, really liked the album. I wanted to pick up a copy of it, but like it was sold out in Target. So I was like, well, I'm not going to try harder than just looking at my local Target. I didn't even look at like the other Target. I just looked at one Target and I was like, yep, not here. That's it. That's the level of effort I'm willing to put forth for Stray Kids normally. So all of this is to say, tell me why. Tell me why I saw them perform a stage and I was on an absolute manhunt after that. So there is a particular style that is very popular in Japan with Japanese schoolgirls. It's just so cute to me. Like, it's just there's just something very shy about it. I love it so much. Tell me why Hyunjin, of all people, had this look. And I was like, I have never once wanted to collect Hyunjin, but if he has that look, I want it. If that look is on a card, I want it. And like, I told this to my dear Ste friend Donya, who I love so much, who lives in the UK. And I told her, I was like, if you see Hyunjin in that look, tell me, like, I'll join a go, I'll do whatever, like, I want it. And then like the next day she was like, Shy, I found the look. And I was like, no. And she sends me a freaking post. And I was really prepared if I like couldn't find a slot in a go, because I knew like Hyunjin is part of Popular Line. I don't know who else is on Popular Line, but I knew it was Hyunjin. Probably Felix too, right? No? Yes? I don't know. So I was like, oh, you know, Hyunjin's Popular Line. I might not be able to claim him in a go. If not, I'll just buy a whole set. Like, I'll just buy 8 albums and call it a day. Like, say I won't. Try me. It came out and it ended up being a freaking 1 of 16 lucky draw. I hate 1 of 16 so much. And so, like, of course, I still wanted it. I was like, well, but I was like, I cannot spend $300 in these trying times buying 16 Stray Kids albums to get the one Hyunjin lucky draw. Like, that was so insane. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I was like thinking, like, I was like trying to think a way to like make it happen or join a go or like do something. And I was like maybe resigning myself to have to pay crazy resale for it, because not only was it a lucky draw and it was Hyunjin, but it was like a 1 of 16 on top of all of that. So I was like, oh my God, the prices. He's going to be like $80. Because I know if Hua was in that same look, I just equate him to Hua. I was like, okay, if Hua was in that exact same look, Hua would be $80. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. So I was like, oh my God, am I going to have to pay $80 for one? Or like, what am I going to do? And I thought about like maybe just buying 8 and taking my chances and seeing if he was one of the 8 that I pulled. I don't know, anything. And my friend's like, hold my K-pop. Like, she was like, no. I know this fandom. I can put something together for you. And literally in the span of like 30 seconds, she put together a whole go for me. Like, she gathered other Ste that she was mutuals with and friends with to rope them into this weird ploy so that I can host for this one set of Stray Kids to get this one Hyunjin card. If your friends don't go that far for you, are you even friends? So literally by the time that I could even make a a post to even put on my profile, she had already like put together like this whole thing. She's like, I have a friend who will claim doin, and I have one that'll claim han, and such and so forth. And I was like, oh my gosh. So she literally got everybody claimed for me. I did end up keeping the set for Felix, Changbin, and Seungmin just because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do all this, then I should like keep my biases as well as Hyunjin. So and I was like, oh, I'll just sell, because like every member had 2 cards, so I just did, you know, member sets, so you get both versions for your member. So I was keeping the member sets for my 3 actual biases, and then I was just going to keep one of the versions for Hyunjin, the schoolgirl one. But then when the photos got released, that one was cute too, and I was like, well, maybe not. Maybe I lied. So yeah, so at this point I'm keeping 5 out of the 8 freaking members for the Stray Kids set. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, but I'm really grateful. I'm really so grateful to my friend for using all of her stay power to help me, because I don't think I would have been able to like pull that off otherwise. And I'm just, yeah, I'm really excited. Really excited to get it. So when y'all see me like haul in Stray Kids in the future, just know that that's why. Okay, it wasn't because I decided to collect Stray Kids. It was just for one singular Hyunjin card that I had to have, because I am obsessive compulsive. And when I see something and I want it, I must have it, and nothing else will do. So yeah, that was a fun like side quest adventure that Shy took. I'm glad I bought 2 extra boxes instead of just 1 like I thought I was gonna need. Dear Jesus, I have so many Ateez cards. But yeah, speaking of comebacks, Ateez. Always Ateez. I love them so much, but dear God, I really wish they would just like have several seats. Please have all of the seats. Please sit down. In fact, take a nap. Really. So they're coming back on October 2nd with Birthday, their latest Japanese single, which I was like, that's all the better. Like, I can just ignore that until I feel like collecting it. Really love me a good Japanese comeback. Because I can just put that off and put it on the back burner for months and it be totally fine. Because the Japanese 18 are so good. They're so good at like keeping things in the market and everything like that. It's usually cheaper if you get it like right when it releases, because people are trying to sell quicker, which means they're willing to sell it for less to try to get into like different fan signs and events that are going on. But even after all of that ends, it's not like the worst pricing ever. So like, I'm totally fine just putting that on the back burner. But then I don't know if it's because people mixed up the date or if it's gonna actually happen, but the rumor mill says that Ateez is going to have a full Korean comeback on November 2nd. I'm like, why would you do that? You don't see us struggling out here? Like, why would you do that, my teasers? So yeah, I don't know if that's real or not. I'm kind of hoping on not, but it kind of seems like it is, just because Ateez does typically do 2 comebacks a year now. So it seems real. That seems legitimate. I don't know where that rumor came from. I just find it weird that like the date is exactly 1 month after Birthday. That's what's making me think that like it might not be real, and that that like somebody mixed up the comeback date for Birthday and thought it was in November instead of October. Because you know, sometimes 18 just be real illiterate. Just sometimes, you know, we can't be bothered to read things twice. We're like, well, I saw it as November, so it's November now. That's like the only thing that's kind of like throwing me off. But yeah, we might get the second Ateez comeback for this year in November, which I mean is a special time because we have Hongjin's birthday and Oyoung's birthday and Ateez's birthday. So many November birthdays. And then Jungkook's birthday is in October, so like we have all the good winter birthdays. But Mingy's birthday is soon. His is in August. And then we don't have anybody in September. And then, yeah, we have Jungkook in October. And then Hongjun, Oyoung, and Ateez in November. And then nobody in December. And then we get a break all the way until March when we reach you know again. But anyway, I'm just not ready. I'm not ready for another Korean comeback. They literally dropped a new fan sign this morning. Like, what do you mean? I've stopped joining fan signs. I've given up. I'm like, this is too much for me. I have so many other things going on right now that I just can't. And like, this is 2 months. Like, y'all are seeing me sleeve 2 months worth of cards. This should be like a year's worth of cards. This is just 2 months worth of cards. That's insane. That's insane. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably do day one content for them, but I don't know if I'll do really anything more than that if they do decide to come back in November, because I also want to move like into a house, a rented house. I cannot be out here buying a house in this economy. In this economy, houses are $250,000. What? Like for average regular houses, not even for like a nice house. Freaking $250,000. That is insane to me. Like, no, ain't no way, ain't no way. But I do want to move and like rent a house and like have more space and like have my own filming room basically. So that's what I want to do. And so I need to like save up for like moving costs and all of that. So that's going to be a lot, but that's also like, I'm just mentally putting that off because this exam is stressing me out. I just want to pass so bad. But I'm trying my best not to like get overwhelmed, but anyway, okay, with all of that, we have finally sleeved all of my freaking Ateez photo cards. This was so much. I'm sorry I had to skip a lot of it, but like we literally would have been here for 36 years and I don't have that kind of time. So yeah. But yes, definitely leave your guesses for how many photo cards that I am going to have. If you are correct, I will go ahead and let you know in the storing photo cards video, and you will be able to pick any card from my page and I will send it to you completely, absolutely for free. It is open worldwide, so don't even worry about it. But yeah, we are done here for today. And until the next time, I store so many Ateez cards that I had to buy a new case of Dragon Shields. Bye!